Hello, welcome to another Daniel Lee plastering and rendering channel video. We today are going to be tackling a thin coat render repair. So it's the silicone render repair. People quite often get this confused with K-Rend, the customer included actually, because K-Rend is a brand, like JBC or DeWalt or Makita, something like that, whereas and they do lots of different renders, like silicone render, and monocouche render is a scrape textured type of render. But anyway, this turns out to be a thin coat render repair, which we are going, it's a small thin coat render repair around a sort of a framed box around a window. It's a very nice, it's a new build, or newish. I think it was built about 10 years ago now, but the customer actually had it built himself, and this is a symptom from the build, something that wasn't done quite right. And this is, anyway, it's got some cracking, and it's sort of not very aesthetically pleasing at the minute, and it's only going to get worse. So he wants to get this window box area repaired. There are some other minor repairs to do around the property as well, but they're not quite as urgent for the customer. So our main focus for the next couple of days is going to be getting this box window repaired. So we're going to have to remove the existing thin coat render system. I believe it's on cement board as well. It's a timber frame with cement board, so we will have to remove all the cement board as well, back to the timber frame, then make sure the timber frame's in decent condition, then apply fix new cement board, and then a full new thin coat render system around the window, matching into the existing as best as we can. With colour matching, even if you get the exact colour, so the customer does know the exact colour of his silicone render that was used originally, and we can match it perfectly. However, 10 years of sun damage, quite frankly even 1 year of sun damage, or general weathering over the year, changes the colour ever so slightly. So when you then do patch in, there is going to be a noticeable colour change, but hopefully it'll be slight enough for the customer not to mind. If he does, the solution to that would be to apply a silicone paint, which is the exact same material as the render, over the entire face or the entire wall of the property, so that there is no colour change on that one wall. You don't necessarily have to do the whole house, because quite often on corners it's less obvious, so as long as you do the face of the wall. But because this is a window box, it may be that it shows up and it's quite obvious once it's been repaired, the colour difference from a fresh new colour to the original older aged colour. But we'll see how it goes. So this is the box window in question there. Just a quick one of the scaffold, a bit tricky on the access. And this is the bottom of the box window, and it's quite obvious. I mean, you can see this is in pretty horrendous condition. Some cracks there. That's literally just coming away with the finger there. So first thing we do, get the essential preparation tools out to fully protect the area. And you can see the scaffold tower provided by the customer on this one. And we've whipped away all of that and exposed this very damp wall. You can actually see this was physically dripping water still out of that timber. So it was all pooling into that water, into that corner rather. So that was too far gone. So we had to fully remove that timber and replace it with a new timber. The rest of the timbers weren't as bad, so we let them dry out. You can see we've removed that timber. We will replace it, and we've treated all of the timbers with a hardening agent and a wet rot treatment as well, and that will really strengthen all those timbers and give them a new lease of life. That is again, now it's fully protected. Notice around the edges as well, I've protected the original render with render tape. And that is the Ronseal wet rot wood hardener that I used. And I applied it with this lovely paintbrush. It's really tricky to clean once you've used this, so I tend to use a new paintbrush, give it a shake, pop it in the little paint kettle, and then throw away the roller once it's done. Now, cement boarding around the reveals was a bit tricky, all the way around, and to ensure that no water gets in, I have applied horrendous amounts,
bit, and we will do it on the second. We had to build
huge
out
amounts of sealant all around the window frame.
You see,
Where there were some significant gaps before, which wasn't great. So I've packed out around there, and there's 3 layers of waterproof sealant around that window and around the original brick, and that is cement boarded, ready for the next coat. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Part 2 coming shortly.